respected everybody, right? I want to know. You see by the title, why are so many black women today are feeling left out? I can give you a whole bunch of reasons why I feel like they are being left out, and I know some of the reasons why they feel left out. One reason, I'm telling one reason. Some of them got a stank attitude. Two, all they looking for money is a sponsor or somebody to take care of them. Three, they don't care about nobody but themselves, right? Four, why why do us as men, as melanated men, some of us put up with that stuff? And then sometimes some of us melanated men is not putting up with that stuff no more, right? See, I found the one I want. I'm talking about the ones that hasn't found the woman they want that they need in their life. I'm talking about the women that have found the man that they supposed to be with, but yet the man they supposed to be with, they left on the side. That's why they still feel left out. Because the man they try to find out, try to seek that they want, don't want them. But guess what? The men that they should have, they don't want. If you catch what I'm saying, if you feel what I'm saying about that, right? And when that is a combination, then I'm going to tell you something. Us men, we hold each other. Some of us, majority of the men, are going to hold each other accountable. Yeah, we got a brotherhood, but guess what the brotherhood is? Holding each other accountable. But we got a sisterhood. See, a sisterhood is for holding the other woman accountable. This day and age, this sisterhood, I ain't seen no women holding each other accountable. So that's why they feel they left out. What's up, Mondo?
Salute, bro. Salute, salute. I'll just wait on you to get done, man, before I cut in. I ain't want to cut in on.
Yeah, and they wonder why they feel left out, right? See, men, look. I'm not just talking about our melanated sisters. I'm talking about white women, Asian women. I'm talking about all the different women of different tones, right? Skin tone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Men of all different skin tone, they are starting to wake up. You can call them sassy, you can call them lame, whatever you want to call them. They starting to wake up. Who fault is that? You listen to your friend who is single, who Lord, she probably kept a man probably 2 weeks. Respect Terry the chat. She probably kept a man about 2 weeks. But she trying to give you advice. And you wonder why you felt left out. You wonder why these men nowadays like, wait a minute here. What's she after? I guarantee you ask a woman, I'm not, you go ask some of these women these days, what do they bring to a table? They couldn't tell you. I guarantee you, if I ask him Armando what he bring to the table with his wife, and he asked me the same question, when I bring the table to with my girl, oh, we can tell you out the real. We can tell you out the real. Hmm. Go
What
ahead.
I think it is, and I'm gonna go ahead and break it down. All right. Now, most women, all women, I'm gonna say all women, they want a good man. They want a man to love them, respect them, and to be faithful to them. All right.
Okay.
Show them attention, be honest. All women in all nationalities want the same thing. All women of all nationalities are territorial. This notion that only black women are territorial and only black women don't put up with men. No, 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 no. Look, bro. I've dated white women. Look, I was engaged to an Asian woman. You know what I'm saying? My son's mother was Asian. is Asian. Is an Asian woman. And when I tell you, they don't play no games. They don't play no games. I messed around with Hispanic women. They don't play no games either. You know.
Mm-mm.
I was friends with some Middle Eastern women, a couple of Middle Eastern women, and those are some very nice women. But one thing I can tell you, they don't play no games. They don't take no ish off no man. I think what it is when it comes to the sisters, they expect a lot more from brothers. They expect a lot more from their men, and the thing is, they want a finished product. They want a finished product, and they don't understand. It's kind of hard. It's a lot harder. The deck is stacked against brothers compared to any other male race. You know what I'm saying? Any other demographic of male. So the knock right now and the talk of right now, what's going on is why so many of these young brothers that's going into the NFL dating and marrying white women. And I mean, they're marrying white women by the droves. The problem, what's going on is that we are in the era of money, where money controls everything. If you ain't got, salute to you, you knew, salute to you, Terry in the chat, salute to you. If you don't have money, you know, most black women, they ain't finna waste their time with you. And so these guys like Barkley and the kid from the Redskins and you know those Philadelphia, Jalen Carter, you know, they took a picture. All the Eagles wives and girlfriends, they took a photo together. I wish I could have gotten it for you before you went live. They all took a photo together. Out of that entire photo, I think it was like 30 of them. Only one was a black female. All the rest of them were white. And the Eagles is loaded with brothers on that team. You know, as we know, if you watching the NFL and you paying attention to the NFL, then you know that the Eagles is loaded with brothers on that team, but they're married to white women. The thing is, these dudes, these same guys were in college like 5-6 years ago. All right, and there was no NIL. You know this now. There was you a sports guy. There was no NIL. The NIL just started like 3.5 years ago. 3.5, 4 years ago, 2021. Okay, the summer of 2021. So when a lot of those guys that was in the NFL, when a lot of those guys were in college, the NIL was not in play. So they were broke. They were on campus broke. When they went home, salute to you together. When they were in high school, they were broke, and they didn't have a dime. And, and see, the sisters didn't give them time of play. They didn't give them the time of the day. You know, they went with the other guys in the neighborhood that already had money, the dope boys, the Pookies and the Ray Rays. They had that oatmeal money. And what I mean by oatmeal money, that quick money, that fast money. And the brothers that was in college that was playing sports, going to class, they looked at them as lames, broke lames. So fast forward, when they signed that NFL contract, if they, you know, when they think about it now, you got a dude that's at Georgia, that's at Auburn, that's at Florida, that's at Notre Dame, that's at Penn State. Who do they see more? Who when they go to class, when they on campus, who are they encountering more? White women. And then white women, the thing about white women, white women are more patient. All right.
They'll wait.
Well, not just that, but what they'll do is they'll take an unfinished product and they see the potential. They'll play the long game. They ain't trying to play the short game. They'll play the long game. They'll date that brother with potential. And they see he has potential. They see 2 years from now, oh shoot, DeAndre or Jordan or Truman, he's going to have an NFL contract. And they explain that to their mother and father. Oh, you know, I know you don't really approve of me dating outside the race, but my man about to be an NFL millionaire, NFL player. So they like, okay, they accept them onto the family. They date them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about during the time before the NIL. They dated them, picked them up, took them to class, wherever they needed to go. You know, they would take them to the mall, buy them clothes. They would invest their time and invest their money into them, in the unfinished product. And then when on draft night, when they get drafted and they sign that check, where is their loyalty gonna lie? With the one that held them down when they were down.
But I'm gonna say this right here. Yeah, that's a few. That's a few of our sisters that would do that. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
It's a few. It's a few. It's a
when
few.
they are with you, when
Yeah.
they are with you, but a lot of them, and I ain't talking about in our generation. I'm talking about these young ones, the
Oh,
ones
yeah.
that are like from like 25 to 30. Let's just say
Yeah.
25 to 30. Okay. They want a finished product. They
Yeah.
want you to already have it. They want you to already have the Benz, the convertible. They want you to already have the big house, the money, the clothes, the cars, the jewelry. They want you to already have that.
Yeah. Respect to Cough You Looking 69. We ain't seen her in a while. Hey, she came on in. She said she used to date an NFL player, and he told me that the white women are groomed at an early age to go after the college players. Which is not a
I ain't
bad
gonna
move.
say groom. I'm not gonna say groom. Hold on for a quick second.
Yeah, but they, like I said, either way, either or, groom or not groom, whatever, they play the long game. You see, they play the long game. When you're not playing the long game, you're gonna. It's like, what are you in that relationship for? The relationship for the love of that person, for that person, in love with that person, or you in that relationship for the money and the prestige that it brings? Because guess what? I look at a relationship. Yes, it benefit the woman.
I heard that loud thump up against the house, boy. While I was about to grab my thing, go out there and see what's going on. It's the wind blowing. That damn wind blowing, bro.
Oh yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
but do you have that whenever we get rid of the video we're gonna do? I want to see that reaction to what they were talking about. And I gotta say though, this is what I gotta say right here. With that, somebody
you have to do it from your end.
Yeah,
you have to do it from your end.
Yeah, but
I can't do it from my end, because if you do it from your end, you already got permission. I do it from my end, is
Yeah, but I'm gonna see, can I get it up right quick? But I'm like this right here. When, like I said, when are our women gonna start holding each other accountable? You see what I'm saying? We hold each other accountable. I'm like, if you don't hold each other accountable, and you want some a finished product, guess what? I'm gonna go with somebody who's been there with me through the hard time, for my struggling, and anything else. I don't care who it is. I'm gonna go with them. Now, how you going to come in and expect the finished product? But guess what? There's some women out there go with the drug dealers, right? Because they want that money. And guess what? The drug dealer get locked up. Guess who she come back to?
Well, when I mean finished product, I mean men with money.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't necessarily have. I mean, that's the hood girls that go for the dope boys. Then the grown women, if they're doctors, lawyers, anybody that's making six figures, that's what they're going for. That's what they're going for. And if you are on that level when they meet you, 9 times out of 10, because the difference is, bro, you take them out on a date, okay? They looking at a 5-star restaurant. They looking for you to take them to a 5-star restaurant. Well, versus, the Snow Bunny, she'll settle for Dairy Queen or Cookout. You feel what I'm saying? Because she see the potential. She playing the long game. She playing the long game. That's just how it is. And hey, that's not saying it's a bad thing, not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying that's just how it is. Exactly, bro. They play the long game. They're a little bit more patient. They're a little bit more patient. And then some people have this notion, well, they only get chosen because they're submissive. No, that's not it. Because in my opinion, I mean, sisters are submissive too. But they're submissive to, if they like you and they're into you and they're attracted to you sexually, they will be submissive to you. You're treating them right, they'll be submissive to you. Any race or female will be submissive to you if they're into you and they love you and they're attracted to you. So that's not it right there. What it is one will accept that brother that's an unfinished product because they see his potential in the other one. They're not patient. They want you to already have it. They want you to already have it when you meet them.
Yeah. And I'll tell you this right. I'm telling you this right here. And hold on for a minute. Hold on. I'm telling you right here. And the thing is, when
I'm gonna have to drop. I'll take this call real quick. I'll be back up.
All right. See, I'm gonna play the audio. I'm gonna play the audio of what is what I'm gonna play, right? Because I do not want to take a chance on the video not playing. But sometimes we got to take a look at ourselves in the mirror. Yeah, real women don't think like that. I don't care which way you look at it. And it's from. I'm gonna get a shout out to. I'm gonna shout out to the real. Yes, that's what you asked. I'm gonna shout out to the real. Okay, but I'm just saying it's not. Hold on. Give me a break. Give me a minute. Well, I'm trying to get the audio. Okay, give me a few minutes. Give me a few minutes. Okay, I'm trying to get the audio.
On All Our Leaders episode, showing me love. I'm back. Stop asking. Is you back? I am. Motherfuckers think you a clone. And even seeing you on the screen.
You back? Yeah, come on. Please let them know they can follow you.
Viotic on Instagram, VIOTICCC, 4 C's. I'm from South Jersey, born and raised, and I'm an artist, so check me out.
My name is M.I.E. You can find. I'm from Harlem.
My name is M.
Oh no, I'm trying to get this straight. Give me a minute.
Guys, listen, she TikTok. Every time I go to TikTok.
Oh no, I'm trying to get this right. I'm trying to get it right. Hold on. I'm trying to get it right.
Patient on this.
And off of TikTok, man. Let them know what it is.
So thank you for having me. I'm Just a Girl. My content is, I'm mostly on TikTok, so you can follow me at I Am Just a Girl 2, but also I'm on YouTube at Just a Girl Talk.
And respect your shout out to. This is audio is from the Daily Wrap Up Crew. Okay, let's discuss this.
Subscribe if y'all not already subscribed. Nation bell.
I'm trying to get it right.
Join the membership.
Oh Lord, wait a minute. Let me see, can I get this right? Let me see, can I get it right? Hold on. Nope. Shoot. I don't know what the world going on, but this ain't working. But guess what?
Tuesday morning, 6 a.m. Let me get to this first topic. It says, are black men often viewed as the least ideal partners for black women? And I do want to get into this first clip. I want us to listen to it.
You're gonna be familiar with this clip, and then we're gonna dive into it. Like, what people play that real quick.
Let's get into it. Don't chew me up because I know.
Now listen to this later right here.
So, I think black men are all alike. I think black men don't like black women. I think you can meet 10 black men on different dating sites and they all cheat and they don't respect their women. I think every other race values black women other than black men. I think the real gag is black men don't like black women, like they're cheaters. I'm convinced every black guy is a cheater. I bet half of y'all can't even drop one black man that love y'all that's loyal. Ooh, they get black men hate us so much when black women be the ones supporting them. And I know how you guys like to get in your bag. Don't be mad. Get you a Mexican, get you a Jamaican, get you a Haitian, anything but a black man. And I'm stamping it. And if you want a white guy, if it ain't white, he ain't right. I just feel like black women, we need to date outside our race because black men don't like us. And we shouldn't like them, period.
Mm-hmm.
Stamping it, stand on it.
So, what y'all think about that? What you think about what this melanated black woman said? Yeah, she clearly hurt. She hurt. But what? Don't know. See, that's the problem with some of us. We are hurt and want to put it on somebody else. And we're gonna listen. I'm gonna stop it again. Yeah, she sounds really silly. Okay.
That shit must be food stamps.
I don't know. That gonna pull the thing out.
Oh,
I'm standing on that.
So what made you write this? Well,
Have this post, and what made you?
Well, first of all, it's my
Respect 2
preference.
fat girls
So all
together?
the black men were so offended. It's my preference. I've had bad experience with dating black men. They've been abusive to me. Not all of them, but the ones I've dated. So that's my preference. I wouldn't want to date a African American black guy. I would do a Haitian, or I want to date outside my race. Like even coming, I'm the only child, feel me? Like my father, he's a black male, but he didn't give me a good example of how a male should treat a woman. Used to beat on my mom. Used to do he's verbally and physically abusive. That's not something that I want. And I've encountered that on several different occasions. So that's how I feel. And I feel like the black men out here that want to date like outside of their race with the white women or celebrities, I don't take care to that. That's their preference. So what they shit, like, feel me, it don't bother me. So I'm stamping it. That's how I felt.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What's your thoughts on this?
I think she's entitled to her preference.
Thank you, sister.
What I would say is, I do understand that it's more of a from experience. So it comes from a metric of what you've actually experienced, like from personal. But the fact that we're setting a tone or a stigma in regards to like black men is highly. I'm playing the devil's advocate. Like I'm not on the opposite side because I've seen domestic violence and stuff like that in the black community and in black homes. But I am not one to say that all black men are the same. It's similar to like when we were speaking on zodiacs and characteristics. Everybody doesn't fall into a box. It's just like them judging us as black women. All black women are not aggressive, or come from a background of she wants to be an alpha female. Some women do have, it depends on your nurturing and your nature of things. So I don't believe that we should stand on setting the tone, especially as a black woman. You should realize that how empowered you are as a black woman to say those things because you're coming from a black community stating those things. So it is very sensitive when we say it compared to a white person or somebody from a different culture saying it. That was one thing. And then on top of that, I only see two colors. So when I heard certain things, I'm like, I get it, but like you're
So what do y'all think about what the other woman said? The other woman made sense. She made very good sense about what she said. You can't blame, we cannot blame all melanated black women for what a select few do, right? But yet we could call them out. You cannot blame a black man for what your mama went through and what you went through in your life. You can't blame, because the key word in there, she said all black men. She didn't say some. She didn't say a few, right? She said she dated a few, right? Right? She dated some black men that but did what she did, that they did what they did, but not all of them. But she said, listen to the key word in that what she said, what they come back with. You said all. You said all black men. So I don't care where you're from, Jamaica, Haiti, Africa, I don't care where you come. We got a dark skin, but guess what? You might say that, black American, but guess what? When you're in America, get what with the racists, the folks gonna see. They're gonna see nothing but a dark skin. Guess what? You're black, so it don't matter. So you don't like all black men, okay? You blame all black men for what you did, but at the same time, you cannot do that. You cannot do that. Let's continue.
Beautiful boyfriend now is technically, if we went back into slave times, he would be considered a,
black person. Educate me, because my man said that Jamaicans aren't black, so that's why I'm
No, well, I'm South American and Guyanese, but I'm technically, because I'm on
Indian also.
Yeah, that's Latin America.
Okay.
But I'm on Latin, but I'm still Guyanese.
So your boyfriend, which is he's over
him
there,
right there.
he heard this video and said, "Nah, I'm good because I'm not black." Is that that's the conclusion you came up with?
I mean, yeah, at first I said I'm not black because I'm Jamaican. It's a difference.
Yeah.
Culturally, but not race-wise.
American black man.
That's different.
That's the fucking problem we were just talking about on the other episode. Yeah, so I mean,
think sometimes
this is evidence.
It's a culture thing.
Because we get into this, people don't understand when we say we're black. Then people are, we all black, and then we got people in the diaspora that separate themselves and be like, they black. I'm not black, because they understand black means black American. It don't mean Jamaican, because in Jamaica most of them are black, like, so they don't got to use that terminology. What's your thoughts on y'all got holding it back real quick, Paul? What's your thoughts on this article?
And Jamaicans get accused of the same shit. So yeah.
I kind of agree with Ming was saying. I think most black women who speak very firmly on all black men are trash, it does come from a place of bad experience. So we're generalizing because I had a few, and again, it's your experience, but if you've had a couple men do you bad, then we generalize. So all black men are bad, or all black men are cheaters, or, find me a black man who's good. And it's, again, because you haven't really experienced that, we just throw out these very generalized statements that I think is harmful. I think, to me, is very raising a black son, and to hear so many black women talk about how black men ain't this, it's just like, I just think you haven't experienced a good black man. And until you experience that, you may never, ever experience a good black man until you heal from that and recognize the role you played in choosing those, because we choose these men, right? You understand? So I think that we have to recognize when we speak, we're speaking from pain. That's really what it comes down to when we say, oh, it's all black men. That's just those black men. She mentioned her father. So you get, it boils up resentment toward black men. And that's where you got to heal and do some work, because you're going to keep meeting trash black men.
What's your thoughts on this, Joe?
First, I want to let you know I'm a Jamaican man, and I identify as a black man. You get what I'm saying? So,
I thought you was Dominican.
Fix your veneers. But
and the other sister spoke some truth, right? And what till we start recognizing that I'm saying, as a black melanated man, till I start realizing, you know why I start doing this? Everybody saying you bashing black women. No, I'm not bashing black women. I'm not bashing no woman. What I'm doing is, some of these women these days are what they are doing, and black men are starting to wake up and see what they are doing is not helping our community, right? You could say, oh, I'm an independent woman, I don't need a man all that you want to, but guess what? What if that was your daughter saying that, and you a black man, and you around it? What if, and talk about you don't need a man? So what that make you feel like she didn't need you? Then see, and then on top of that, if you a black woman that you a melanated sister and have a melanated black son, how would you feel if somebody said that about your black men? Yeah, they need to stop saying all, because all is not what it's all called cracked up to be. Let's continue.
But I do think it's a problem, and I am offended because when we constantly hear this from the women that we love, and not every man deserves the respect from you, but not all the black men deserve that same type of disrespect. We are not who your father was to your mother. We are not who those other brothers was to you, as a lover. Can never do anything. I'm not wishing anything bad on her to be separately if it was something else from another man, or is it because of your experiences just only black men?
My experiences, definitely my experience. To those who are offended, I mean, I apologize, but I feel how I feel. I'm not backing down from that. I definitely feel like I'm healed.
Then that's not an apology.
I mean, I
You
feel
can
like
take
she
it like
doesn't have
that.
to apologize.
The
for
world
what her
wouldn't take it like that. The
preference is.
people that you're apologizing to me, right? If I'm offended, right?
No.
But
You said you felt offended, so yeah,
Yeah.
I'm addressing your feelings, but I don't like, that's how I feel. Like, I don't care about how the next man feel, because the next man don't care how I feel. That's my
I
opinion.
do. I'm listening to you, and I told you I'm sorry that was your experience of seeing your mother.
See, that's another problem. When they say all, when somebody check folks, when people check folks, oh, what they said is say she said all, said, and then she said she don't care nobody what nobody else's opinion. Yeah, and they feel it, but yet how you gonna go in this world not caring about anybody else's opinion and their feelings about a situation? See, how you gonna apologize and not feel sorry and not taking it? I'm not gonna say taking into account that the person that you hurt, you're not here for your own hurt. People got to stop that. We got to stop that, people. You got to stop. We got to stop. We got to take accountability for our own action. We got to go through what we've been through to get to what we want to get to. See, when a person hurts us, in some way, form, shape, or fashion, we got to take time to ourselves.
Ooh, I'm listening to you, and I told you I'm sorry that was your experience of seeing your mother, your brother, or your cousin, whoever, mistreating a woman. But all black men should be bottled up in that. And there's white men who beat their women.
All races can.
Okay, but you didn't say that. You said only black men.
But it's not her job to change her preference to make you comfortable. I feel like
it's not her job to voice that opinion.
it is her job because that's what she likes, and it's not. We don't have to be offended.
All black men are cheaters.
That's
and
her, but she said that. I didn't say that.
And I have the right to tell her she's wrong.
You have to
Because she's
recognize
showing
your
me
feelings.
That's that sisterhood shit.
No, but people can say what they want. It's like people say they like dark skin or light skin. I don't get offended. That's what they like. But it's okay.
But when you start stereotyping off of
you gotta be confident in yourself to know who you are. You gotta know that she's not speaking to you.
I don't think it wasn't I like Jamaican, Asian. It was all black men. That was a like, it was factual.
But she's one.
So that is, but it's to a large group of people. We got to understand how our voices are powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we got to stop saying it's one woman. It's very powerful, and we on this big platform, right? So we know our voices are powerful.
All I would say is she's definitely as a empowered black woman. You can own and be prone to acknowledging or mentioning how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
Just be careful with the way that you're delivering. A lot of people neglect the delivery, and the delivery is key. It's not about the message; it's the way that it comes across.
The message is wrong too.
I mean,
I
it was the message though. It wasn't about, I don't think it was the delivery. I think it was purely the message. The message was all black men are cheaters.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
That was, so that was, it wasn't the delivery. It was purely like saying you know, right or wrong. And again, delivery was fine. It was her way of speaking. It was just the message of all black men are cheaters. Go find you a white man, whoever, just don't date black men. So that was the part where it's like your voice is so powerful that, you know, once you put it out there, imagine having a black son or a black daughter. So then what?
When you on the opposite end of the spectrum and you hear like women saying if y'all gonna date outside your race, then you could go do that. Just don't downplay black women. You know what I'm saying? So you could express your preference without downplaying what you don't like. You know what I'm saying? You could express what you like and leave out what your mama said. If you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say it. You know what I'm saying?
She said it. I feel like I said it. So it's like I'm gonna say what I want. It's my page. Y'all made that go viral, but not the music.
But this is the huge disconnect with men and women, and this is why sometimes we have these wars, these gender wars between men and women, especially black men and women, because women or a man may say something and stand on it when we don't acknowledge when something is wrong.
Yeah. That's my opinion. I didn't feel like my opinion was wrong.
So you don't have wrong opinions?
I mean, I do in general, obviously. Like, I'm not saying that, but for that video, that's how I felt. I'm standing on it. I'm not apologizing. That's how I felt.
So how many black men you say you dated in your life?
I dated a lot. What's up?
What's a lot?
I dated a lot.
Yeah,
I can't remember. I can't count how many I dated. I dated a lot.
How many black men you think is on in this world?
How many black men do I think is on this world?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not.
So you dating this and speaking on this. That makes sense?
Yeah. I do what I want. So I don't care about what the next person.
See, I'm gonna say this. She the TikToker that they were talking to, right? That's TikTok they were talking about, right? And yeah, she do sound young, but what thing she a TikToker, go through all that, I don't stand all the drama, but every man and female, every black male, every black female that go through drama or something like that does not turn out like her, do not think like her, right? The bottom line to the whole shebang is that it's a whole plethora of melanated men on this planet, but she only dated so many handful. But guess what? What sometimes us men and women fail to realize, I'm talking about all men and women, fail to realize we choose the person who we want, who we be with. We choose the person. See, we don't choose our mother and father. We don't choose our brothers and sisters. We don't choose them, who they are. But we choose the person who we're gonna be with. We choose the person who we're gonna lay down with or who we're gonna live with. Until people, women, to some of these young women these days start taking accountability. Yes, you're only going off of experience. But you cannot say the word all. But you also got to she going off of experience, but she yet to take accountability for the men she chose. She chose them kind of men because she thought that how a relationship was supposed to be because of what she went through with her mom and dad. But yet you're trying to blame the man. I blame the man for doing what he did, but yet I also blame you for doing what you did, and choosing the man that you chose to be with. So we gotta start taking accountability, people.
I do what I want, so I don't care about what the next person.
You know better. You know that she's
okay.
what you
I
gotta
heard for myself, and I
so
said
it
what I
don't
said.
matter what she said.
It's going to go around loops around your head. That's what I said.
Like I said, she's
again. It's like when we
spit it.
It's like it's like a racist coming around and saying, "Well, black people they just know good," and then you would never co-sign a racist saying that, right?
But
you would never be like,
I would because they're allowed to say what they want to say.
It has actions to erase in this country.
Allowed to say what they want to say. It doesn't hurt me.
Okay, I get you, but in this country, historically, when white people have said racist things, it has hurt us.
Yes.
And just like when she said that does hurt black men. That does hurt young black boys because now you are going around and spreading this false information. Now, other women that have felt that or experienced that, now they're going to trauma bond, and we're going to talk about that later. And now it's just this constant negative portrayal of all black men.
Like how Asians think all black people steal out the store, right? That's what they think, right? So they're watching us. That's not right. We know that we're not all that way. It's the same thing. Like it hurts you to know you got to be watched thinking I'm gonna steal out your store.
You can't spend your life trying to change other people's view on you. Like, you got to know who you are. You got to know who I am. Like, I'm a black
and you got to know that
you're
wrong sometimes too.
But it's not your job to police everybody's opinion. It's okay for her to feel like
it is, because I'm a black man.
And you're a black man. She's not talking to you.
Yes, she is. She said all black men.
Though, but you're not abusive,
right?
And you're not hurting.
Then it wouldn't be all black men.
Exactly. So she can say what you want. You know the truth. You don't got to prove her wrong.
No.
Like,
no, I
feel
like
sisterhood is
it's not about sisterhood. It's about reality.
Look, I think
you got to be confident in what you know and who you are. It's not your job to prove women wrong or
No,
men
it's not.
wrong.
It's
It's
not.
not. If you can walk through your life knowing that I know this and I know me and I know this.
Yeah, the other one, yeah, she talking a whole lot of stuff, but at the same time, I'm confident in myself. But she must not have a black son. See, that affects everybody. When a melanated woman says something, and another melanated woman feel her pain, and it starts to shift, it takes momentum. It does hurt us melanated men, because people already think a melanated man is this way, right? It all depends on how you said it. It all depends how you said it, when you say it, where you say it. So sometimes sometimes you gotta take yourself. You gotta take yourself and look at yourself, because you gotta know. Sometimes you gotta know your self-worth. Because guess what? If somebody would have said something like that, I had to correct them right then and on the spot. It's not just because of me; it's for other people. I gotta correct them, right? And you're right. You can't go back and forth with her. We are our own worst enemy. Can't you look at the 69? You are right. We are our own worst enemies. We are our own worst enemies. And this is what thing I do not understand. Why are we our own worst enemy? I'm trying to figure out why we are our own worst enemy. Because our own worst enemy, I'm tell you what worse, a melanated man and a melanated woman, any man, I don't care who you are. You know, the worst thing on a human being is their mouth. It's their mouth. Mouth, when you say something about your mouth, especially in public, on a social media platform, it gets out there. And you wonder why you get the and you wonder why some melanated men is commented on your video, and they wonder why you get called this all kinds of names. But look what you said. You said all. You're right. We don't know who he is. Yes, it's a generational curse. Generational curse. I'm gonna see can I find that. I'm gonna see can I find a video. Can I find a video? Let me see. See can I find it? I will see if I can. Hold on. Okay. Go to the commercial right quick. I'll be right back.
Welcome to WPC Art Factory, where creativity knows no bounds and art comes to life. The t-shirts, hoodies, shorts, leggings, and cups here are truly unique. Here at WPC Art Factory, we pour our hearts and souls into every creation. It's not just about making art, it's about making a statement. We strive to push the boundaries of creativity and challenge conventional norms. That's what sets us apart. WPC Art Factory has something for everyone. Experience the magic of art like never before. Visit us today and let your imagination soar, where the designs are created by us and made by Together We Break Chains Production.
Hold on, let me see, can I get it right? Okay. I'm back. Can y'all hear me? Give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me. Hey, all them women ain't white. That's just you knew. It caught you looking. You know how we go. All right, can y'all hear me? Yes or no? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. All right. I'm finna. Okay, here we go. See, can I?
What anybody says. It doesn't take anything.
Sounds
That's the problem with our
I
community.
think what they
Well, I'm back. You gotta hear me. I don't know what happened to the sound together. And it just went out on me. It just went out on me. And I get that woman spread the message that I'm spreading. I get that woman spread the message I'm spreading. But guess what? The show continues. See, this is what I'm saying. It's not just us. It's not just some of the women. It's ways that some of us go about doing things. Until we get, until we got to know ourselves what we're going through, what we've been through, and what we're going to do. We got to know ourselves. It's the bottom line. We got to know ourselves, right? All right. Let me get out of here. Go the other way. Hold on. Yeah, but like I said, I tried to play the video, but y'all see what happened. It didn't. As soon as I start playing the video, my internet want to go out. But I'm gonna have that video so y'all can see it for yourself, right? So y'all can see it for yourself. But we're gonna continue with the audio. Hold on, let's go back. I'll go back to the audio and I'm gonna tell you, it's crazy how things go. See, crazy how things go. And we are who we are.
Sure. Says something that opinion based on your experience.
I'm trying to make sure this. That's why I wanted to play the video.
No, like, get some.
Let's see. I get this right. I can't get this right for nothing. I guess they tell
some of them be. Well, I'm not even going to. Now he's being general because nobody wants to be specific. When black men say black women are masculine, when they say they're aggressive, when they say they don't know how to be submissive, when they say they don't know how to act right, I don't want to hear nobody saying, I want you to have that same energy saying, okay,
but we're all different. Like you said, like it may affect you, it may affect your way, but she's still entitled to her. If Chris Brown say he like light skin girl, Chris Brown. Everybody's entitled to their preference. It's okay. Like that doesn't change who I am. I am still beautiful. I am still who I am. Just because you say that this is what you like, that you're entitled to like what you like, dude. But it's okay. That doesn't change who you are. Like we can't. Like it's not my job here on this earth to police everybody's opinion, to change everybody's scope to fit mine. Everybody is different. Everybody's a spirit.
Yeah, everybody's opinion does matter, because your opinion as she is a black melanated woman, I'll tell you why it matters. Because it's people sometimes, for the people that's not listening, that she think not listening to her is listening. Oh, that's why this black woman said this is right here. That's why this is right here. This is right here. So her opinion does matter. Her whatever she said does matter. It affects the whole group of people. No matter who says it, it affects the whole group of people. And she's saying, "Oh, she know who she is, whatever." That what the person's opinion, they say about her, about different people or her, doesn't matter because she know who she is. But the problem is, you're not gonna say that it bothers you, but guess what? It gonna shows in your actions. It gonna shows in your action that it bothers you.
Everybody's scope to fit mine. Everybody is different. Everybody's experience is different. Everybody's journey is different. It's not my job to be like, oh no, you're wrong. You need to get on this path.
It's your job to defend it.
See, I just like what Juju just said. That Juju, the other one, for shout out to the Daily Wrap Up crew. Shout out to them. Good content, great content. If you sub up to them, the Daily Wrap Up crew, go sub up to them. They got some good content. Okay, I will when I get through this, I'm dropping the link in the chat, so you go sub up to them. Hey, good content. But I'll watch them live. I catch all the playbacks and the shorts they be doing. They're good. That's where I got this from. And I'm gonna tell you this right here. You're not trying to take up for everybody, right? You're not trying to take up for everybody. You gotta be who you are. if you had a child, may it be a girl or a boy, and they said all little black boys or all little black girls are this right here, you say you're not going to get offended because of that their opinion. Okay. But all opinion, it does matter. And what it been said at.
You're wrong. You need to get on this path.
It's your job to
It's not
defend
okay.
it.
No, it's my job to be open.
You talking for 10 minutes about some shit you don't stand for.
JP, all in
Because I
all,
can.
You
all in
talking for
all,
10
look,
minutes about some
all
shit
in
you don't
all,
stand for.
Because I can, though.
Okay.
Because I can.
Keep yapping.
So
I can. I have a mouth to talk.
That's your
what I
problem.
do.
So it's your job to
Doubtless.
defend it, but when is on the other end, that's not your
No,
job.
that
I'm trying
is
to figure
my
out what's the
job.
next
Because
topic.
it is you. Everybody's entitled to say what they want
Right.
to say. It's okay if it doesn't apply
Right,
to
but
me.
why?
It's not applying to
But why
me.
you feel the need to defend it though?
Defend what?
What she's saying.
I'm saying
If
she's
you know
entitled
it's
to
not
her
wrong,
opinion.
if you know it's
We
not
got
right
past
though.
that.
I said she's entitled to her opinion.
But you also said that it's not right that what she said though, right? You said that.
I didn't say it wasn't right. That's her opinion. I don't
Yes,
feel
she
that
did.
way.
She
She
said
feels
it.
that
She
way.
said it.
So you agree with what she's saying?
I said she feels that way. I don't feel that way.
We not wasting another 10
Yeah,
minutes
exactly.
on her
Because it's
argument.
her opinion.
I'm not
she
taking
said
It's
it's
not an
her opinion,
argument. It's
cool. And it's
okay.
your opinion to defend it.
It's
Cool.
okay. That's not what I
Clean,
said.
bro.
You say
Oh
what
my
you
God.
want to say.
Let's run the next question.
Yeah,
Listen,
next question.
this is gonna segue perfectly, man.
But she did sound like, but think about it, she's at first she says she's defending what the woman said. Yeah, she do have a freedom of speech, but it's the wording and what she said. All see, you can disagree what a person say at the same time as you could say that the person have a right to say what she right to say what she said and feel the way she feel. But you also can sometimes you got to disagree with somebody, but yet they still have the right to say what they got to say and how they feel. But when you not, if you say you keep talking about she got this, she got the right to say what she had to feel the way she feel. But yet you sitting up there and thinking in your back of your mind what she said is not right. How is that going to be right? How they gonna make you feel if you had a black son? You got to think about that too. Got to think.
Run the next question.
I met Jen after she was ghosted by an ex. It took
Hold
her
on.
years to get over it.
We'll be back. We'll be back. Commercial break. Be back.
Yeah, next question.
This is gonna segue perfectly, man. Who is responsible for holding black women accountable? Because clearly they can do whatever the fuck they want. So I'm just a girl. Can you explain this? Because your whole platform is about holding black women accountable, and you have gotten a lot of pushback, specifically from black women who have tried to, out you. They try to Google your man and find out his social security number, leak it online and shit like that. So again, when a lot of the criticism is that when men have a platform and they talk about women say it's not a man's job or responsibility to hold black women accountable. Black women need to hold women accountable. Clearly, that's not a thing. So, what's your thoughts on this topic?
Honestly,
Think about this. Listen to this.
Like you said, it's no one can hold black women accountable. Because it's all really BS when we say it's very cliche to say let black women hold us accountable. Black women mind your business, but we can't. Black women, unfortunately, we have adopted this mentality that I can do whatever I want to do and can't nobody tell me anything. And this is why we are where we're at. So when we try to have these conversations and try to hold each other accountable, you do get a lot of that. Well, it's not my job. It's not your job. Mind your business. And I think we live in a very selfish, egotistical society now that nobody cares. We don't care. Like I care about my sister but her friend, I don't care about her but I can see her going downhill about to get hit by a bus. Well, it ain't my business, right? So I think if you're a black woman and the whole black woman accountable, you have to be ready to fight because it's going to come it's going to come with a lot, just to say, sis, I don't want to see y'all here doing it. And anybody who knows my platform, I'm always thinking about how young girls are being influenced. So what us grown women are doing is influencing these girls to do these out of control, I don't care attitudes. They have the most disgusting attitudes and you can't even check them because they have their moms who say I could do whatever I want. So can't no one hold us accountable. No, not a black man, a white man, Your white boss probably, that's probably the only one who can tell us what to do because he pay us. A gay man can tell us what to do. That's kind of, it still revolves around, if it's a black woman or a black man, a straight black man, we don't want to hear it. And it's unfortunate. We are really in a place where we don't even realize like how bad off we are. Like we don't even, a woman who has it all figured out. And I'm saying, sis, I can help you. And you say, I don't need your help. I'm gonna do what I want to do. But I'm watching you do the same thing over and over and over and over again. And it's not working. So instead of saying, you know what, sis, you're right. Let me take heed to this. I'm gonna fight because can't nobody tell me nothing.
So
yeah. And how many of y'all women out there feel like what she said is right on? Who hold our melanated sister accountable? I know sometimes, I'm taking this right here. A black boyfriend cannot hold her accountable. Right? The husband cannot hold her accountable. So-called sisters, her sister by blood cannot hold her accountable. Can a mom and dad hold her accountable? Maybe. But let's take a look at this. Maybe her friends could, but I doubt it because they in the same boat that she is. Who holds a black woman accountable? If she can't hold herself accountable, who's going to be there to hold her accountable? See, I know I'm going to have some women mad at me, but I'm calling like I said. If you don't have nobody to hold you accountable for your action, for the words you say, then why are you going to say it? Because I can. I do what I want to do. It's my mouth. It's my business. Why y'all up in it? We all don't say them kind of words before. But until reality hits you, sister, I'm talking about any sister that going through that, who think like that, until reality hits you, and when it does hit you, you're gonna wish you took some of the advice that somebody tried to give you. So let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. Okay.
So let me start here with this question. Who do you think can hold black women accountable?
Are we talking to Biotic now? I don't have an opinion on that. I feel like to each his own. Maybe their community, I don't know. Maybe their friends, their mom, whoever their support system is, that's who can hold them accountable. So that's my intake on that.
Okay. What's your thoughts?
I would say due to experience, it will probably be a village. I feel like people take heed to certain people, certain mentorships, and can be very adaptive depending on like their nurture and their background, like what they've been exposed to. So I do believe that it's hard to hold Black women accountable for certain things. But I do kind of agree with the to each. I agree with both of you, honestly. It's a to each his own. Because I've had experience with my mom, even with her giving me feedback and from her experience. And I feel like a lot of times they try to impose or tell you what they've been through and try to place it on you. Like, I've been through this, so don't do this. It's like, just because your finger burned when you touched the pot, don't mean mine will. So I feel like a lot of people, they want to try it. It's like a trial and error in life. And sometimes you need to experience before you can really be adaptive to it. You can't just take somebody's word.
Burn-proof fingers?
I'm just saying, you never know. But sometimes you need to experience what somebody is trying to recommend rather than just taking their recommendation and running with it. So let me feel the burn and then I'm like, you was right. Let's move forward. Rather than me actually saying, like, she said it's high. It don't really look that high. But I'm going to just run with it. So I think it's a trial and error type thing. I'm using the pot as an example.
No, I got you.
Yes.
What's your thoughts?
I believe we're all responsible for ourselves. We are here. We are not put here to live someone else's life. We're not put here to live somebody else's journey. We're not here to grow our mother's garden. We learn from experience, and we are responsible for ourselves. Like, you can't blame somebody else for what you do. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that we are accountable for our actions. We live and we learn. Like, sometimes we make wrong decisions, but it's us who have to pay for it, not somebody else. So we are responsible for us and our actions. Women, Black women, whoever it is, I am responsible for myself. She responsible for herself. She responsible for herself. She responsible for herself. So how she is how she thinks. She got to be responsible for what comes with that. That's for her. That's not for me because I don't feel that way. So I'm responsible for me. She responsible for her. Everybody responsible for themselves.
Yeah, our community. This is why I be like, our community be in trouble because we got motherfuckers that be thinking like, well, what's your thoughts on this? Like, it was crazy.
I would say that
let's listen to
think
me.
that's a detriment. First of all,
Respect,
because,
we are a lot nation.
We should be, if we want to build community.
No. Yeah, caught you looking at 6'9". You're right. See, I'm not talking down on see, when you say all, when you put all of them in the category, that's some good and bad and everything. That's good and bad and everything. But we gotta hold each other responsible. See, it's not gonna affect me. It's not gonna affect me individually. What people think and what people do and how they feel. It's not going to affect the next person individually. It's not going to affect this person individually. It's not going to, so on and so on. But guess what? It's going to affect everybody in the home. It's going to affect everybody in the home. Not individually, everybody in the home. Because guess what? If one person go out and say something reckless, and it get hit and it go viral, guess what? It's gonna hurt all the community, right? Well, guess what? Let's take the when the crack hit our neighborhood, right? It affected one person, right? It affected one person, right? Got so addicted to that right there, and guess what happens? What happened right then? Guess what happened? He or she got to get another fix. So guess what? He or she got to go find something to give the dealer for some more. If it ain't getting the child piggy bank, if it ain't going to send the TV or this and that, guess what? They're gonna go get that. So I don't know where she get that notion that anybody, whatever they think, their decision, what they say, doesn't affect what I do, but it affect the whole community. Because guess what? Guess what they said? Guess what they said now? Guess what they said now? I don't care. Nobody else in my chat or myself or doing any kind of drugs. Guess what? What other people's opinion about our community? Everybody is on drugs, right? Even some of us say, even some of our own people say, oh, that person on drugs without even knowing them. It affected the whole community, not just one person. It affected, what you say affects the whole community, not just one person. Especially coming from a Black woman, it affects the whole community. And it hits a little harder. Let's keep continuing.
If we want to build community around our neighbors, I should be able to tell you something, you should be able to hear it, and vice versa. And as a father to a young girl and boys, what I do is going to affect their lives. So if we sit here and say that we are only useful for ourselves, or we're responsible for what we do for ourselves, I can't sit here and agree. I'm going to be responsible for my sister walking up and down the street, my homegirls, my mama, cousins, nieces, and that just don't stop. And whatever they do is wrong, I'm gonna let them know, and I want them to do the same thing for me, because that's how we build community.
That's okay. When one says that, you ask who's responsible for, what was the question?
Who is responsible for holding Black women?
I'm with a Black woman. I have a Black woman. I have a Black mother. I have a Black auntie. I'm naming multiple Black women that I'm responsible for.
That's fine.
And I will hold them accountable.
That's okay.
And the same
it's
thing.
okay to give advice, and it's okay to, like, it's not limited. You ask who's responsible for Black women's
I am.
ideas on what did you ask? Your question?
Who's responsible for holding Black women accountable?
Yes, that's all you asked.
I
It's
am.
not saying it's not.
I am.
No, that's not okay. But I'm just saying it's not limited to that. Limited to that.
Why not?
I'm saying that it's not just limited. Me saying that we're responsible for ourselves does not mean that's it. Like, doesn't mean that I can't give advice to somebody else. I'm saying that my choices, I'm responsible for what the choices that I make. I'm not saying that I won't give advice to somebody that I'm seeing going the wrong way. Of course not. Of course, that's not what I'm saying. I'm answering your one question. It doesn't limit me to that in every aspect. There's other aspects of that.
But you ain't saying
Because I don't have to. Because you asked me one question. You didn't say, am I responsible for my aunties and my aunt for young women? Of course.
They're not Black women?
Of course. But I'm responsible for my actions as a person. I'm not living anybody else's life. If I see somebody going the wrong way, of course I'm gonna help them. Like, one question does not apply to the whole
He didn't
thing.
ask you who's responsible
You don't gotta
for holding you accountable. He said who's responsible for holding Black women.
Me. I am responsible for holding myself as a Black woman.
You talking about yourself. We're not talking about
Bro,
you.
how can I, my love, you're not responsible for her or him or this person. Like, you ask who's responsible for holding a Black woman accountable. I
Not
can't.
a Black woman. Black,
He said Black
women.
women.
Okay.
It's a general.
Me,
That's not-
I'm
you
responsible
talking
for
about
holding
yourself.
myself. Yeah, because, oh my God. God bless. God bless. Because, like, I can't control other people. If I see somebody.
Now, hold on. Let me ask this question. Who is responsible for holding, I'm saying, am I responsible for holding Black men accountable? Yes, I am. Because what they do affects me and the whole community at one. I'm gonna ask the females this: who is responsible for holding females, our Black female, accountable for their actions? Accountable. Yeah. If we got the whole. If we don't hold each other accountable in our community, we don't hold each other accountable in our community shall fall down. Because when we hold each other accountable for our actions in our community, I don't care a man or a woman, especially a man and Black woman who thinks it doesn't, her doodle don't stink, right? We as a community, as a Black community, as a melanated community, got to hold each other accountable. But we got one woman that she said she only responsible for herself, but yet in another way she said she will give somebody some advice. How do that work? You're only responsible for yourself, but if you're only responsible for yourself, so how you gonna give somebody else some advice if you see we're going around a wrong path, but you're only responsible for yourself? You say you're not responsible for that person. Make that make sense. If I gotta hold somebody accountable, guess what? I'm holding myself accountable for my action, but guess what? I'm also gonna hold the other person accountable for their actions, because it don't just affect me. It affects my mom, my sister, my aunt, my uncle. It affects my whole. It affects my whole community. Hello. Well, you said, Real Life said, yes, you hold men do the same standard, not the woman. A woman of standard should hold a woman or lesser standard accountable. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this, Real Life. A man should hold, I don't care what standard the man is at. I don't care he at the bottom of the totem pole or up the top at the highest level. Guess what? We're gonna hold that person accountable, right? And then we're gonna hold ourselves accountable for our own action. But Some women do not care. Women up there do not care about the women down there because they're gonna hold them accountable. Because the women down there, some women down at the bottom gonna look up to the women up there like, wish I was there with them. And then some women in the middle like, I don't want to be down there, but I'm not up there yet. But they're not holding each other accountable for what they do. Let's finish. Let's hear what else they got to say. Let's hear what else they got to say.
And I want to give advice and I see them going the wrong way, or I see a better way for them, of course I'm going to offer that to them.
Right.
But I'm responsible for their decisions. They're on their own journey.
That's not what the question asked you. If you're responsible for their actions.
He asked me the question that he
accountability.
asked me,
If you say you've seen something,
but it's
if you
not
say you've seen
limited. That's what I'm saying. It's not limited. My answer, it doesn't mean like what he's saying. Oh, I'm responsible for my auntie and my mother and my sisters. So am I. But just because I say that I'm responsible myself, yes, because I'm responsible for my actions. But that doesn't limit me to say that I'm selfish and I don't care about my community. That's not that. Like, we don't need to attack each other for just answering one question.
Nobody's attacking you. I'm trying to explain the question.
I'm just saying that I didn't say that. I'm saying we don't need to, just because I'm answering the question specifically that was asked. Like, it doesn't make, just because I say yes to this doesn't mean there's a no to everything else.
All right, so what's your thoughts on this?
Silly.
Real silly.
What's up, Static?
Universe met all the time. Like,
there's nobody. I'm trying to explain the question to you. You clearly understand the
I hear
question.
you. And all right, clearly I didn't. So
Can
you
I
explained it.
elaborate on this? I think that this is an issue that we have, that we as women we can't speak in general. We always make it about like us, right? So when we talk about, it could be anything. Like, what do you think about cars? Well, I don't like cars. It's like, well, in general though, like let's talk about cars in general, not like your car doesn't work right or this. So when we try to talk about as a whole, it still goes back to like me. What
Respect everybody coming in the chat.
Again, as a whole, how do we hold us accountable?
Right.
How do we do better as a whole? Because what one of us does, it affects us all. I don't know why we don't want to, like, we get like that doesn't exist. Like, we are viewed, I don't care me being married or not married, white people see us all the same. It doesn't change. Like, we get lumped in one group. We can't say, well, I don't qualify, I'm over here.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they see us all. And if we keep painting this narrative as one, and we live in this very much, I only hold me accountable. Yes, I'm accountable for my actions, but at the same time, I still want to hold my sister accountable and let her know, like, sis, that's not cool. Especially if you come to me and telling me. A lot of women don't even tell their friends that they're wrong.
Right.
You'll sit there and be like, well, it ain't my fault. I mean, we always let her tell the whole story, and you know she wrong, and you won't say anything. And a lot of women can't, or they won't, because they're afraid they'll get attacked. They'll get cursed out. They'll lose a friend over holding their friend accountable.
Right.
And that's kind of where we're at. We can't.
And listen, see,
I think just in general,
see, that's why I like that show, what they did on that one right there. They got one really don't what she said. They got one that said whatever she said, right? And they got the other one that's on the first lady's side, basically, and she's not understanding the question, right? But at the same time, you got this other melanated woman who making some sense, who calling it like she said. And it's not coming from me, it's coming from her. She's saying it. She's saying it. See, I don't have to say it all the time. But guess what? She said it. See, I'm like this, right? Everybody that comes, right? That don't hold. I don't care what race, skin tone you're. If you don't hold yourself accountable, and if you hold yourself accountable and you don't hold your next door neighbor or your sister, your brother, whoever accountable for their action, guess what? It is what it is. It is what it is. So, hey, because it don't just affect you. It just don't affect your family. It affects the whole community.
Yeah,
Go,
I think
go.
just in general, why it's important to even have this conversation about holding people accountable is because when you don't hold people accountable, they tend to repeat the same mistakes that they. This is why we get that generational curse of keep want to be a baby mama instead of a wife, and because nobody's holding you accountable for your actions, like, you know what I mean? Now you prioritizing a baby mama life, whatever the case is. Just like on the show, a lot of times we have Black women who say they don't feel protected by Black men. I think as Black men, it's our responsibility to make sure we do a better job at making sure our women are feeling protected. Now, if I had that mentality, damn, you know what, that I'm responsible for myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? All Black women are speaking out to us. I can't think individually about something like that. You get what I'm saying? So whether they're not talking about me or whatever the case is, I still have to hold other Black men accountable when I see them not doing shit. These niggas hold me accountable all the time when I do some fucked up shit. Like, I'm not gonna be like, they're not gonna be like, well, that's him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's responsible for himself. So I think in order to get back to that community where we all can collectively hold each other without getting offended, without feeling like somebody's attacking us, you know what I mean? So let me get to this next topic.
I do want to ask you though, really quickly, since you do have such an open mind, and do you think that is another way that Black men should approach these type of scenarios?
What you mean, like as far as like trying to hold Black women accountable?
Yeah.
I wish I could say that there was a different way that you can go about it. I just think we are in such a bad place. I don't think that there's really anything that you can do. Honestly, I don't think you could say it soft. You could say, sweetie, baby, and it would still be like, why you call me baby? Like it's still honestly, I don't know. Honestly, I feel like we are this I don't care attitude, this very masculine, I could do what I want, is so deep in us that I don't really know what Black men can say, because even just the thought of how the view of Black men already is like you can't win, because black women view Black men in such a negative way. So even when you try to say something nice, you're already going to be attacked because you're a Black man trying to say something.
And just real
how
quick,
y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about what you just said?
Getting, you know, with your platform, like what kind of things are you seeing on your end? Like, what kind of comments are you getting, or what kind of, like, you know, threats are you getting? Like,
yeah, I mean, the pushback is always mind your business. That's the go-to. Like, or why do you care? And it makes me realize, like, these people really don't care. And it's 99% Black women who, in my opinion, view me a certain way, I guess, based on maybe how I look or my life, from what they believe to be something. But a lot of it is, again, mind your business. Why do you care? Let us do what we want to do. Like that. And that's like, are we serious? You know, like, you know, or they, you know, your husband's cheating. They just go with it could be anything. You could be talking about the sky being blue. They'll say, well, I hope your husband cheats on you. Or it could be anything. Anything, because you don't want to hear the truth. We can be talking about things that are really, really important, like how we are, you know, our health is not the best as Black women. We need to do better in that department so we could live longer for our children, for our grandchildren. And they'll, you know, you'll get attacked for that. It's like you can't say anything to want the betterment of Black women. And again, I say this all the time. I'm always talking about how we are the role models for young girls. If you don't care about, you know, if you don't care, then do your thing. Right. But it's always the ones who don't care that don't want me to not care. And it's like, I'm just not that person. I'm a school counselor, so I work with kids. Is no way I cannot care. It would be almost, you know, hypocritical for me to do what I do and not care. You know, I'm seeing their mothers, I'm seeing their grandmothers. Their mothers are older than me and they're 17 years old. And, you know, so it's a cycle. Yeah.
Yep.
Listen, I ain't know it's going to get this spicy on this show, man. Always.
Yeah. And if y'all want to know who that is, I'm getting this from, go look up the Daily Rep Up crew. They pretty good. They talk. They have some good stuff on there. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see what somebody. See what it is. Okay. Shannon said, "Do what you want and live with the consequences and repercussions by your damn self." But guess what? Well, think about it. It won't be do what you want to do and live with the consequences and the repercussion. Yes, you're gonna live with the repercussion, but how far that repercussion is gonna go? It's going to affect our community. See, we can say that it's going to affect our community. Who's a lie? Who's a lie? We on lock. But I'm saying she's the only one on that. She and that says she's a school counselor. Well, you can't save everyone, but guess what? We can start to talk and try to say the one that we can, because everybody ain't gonna be saved. Because every woman in our community, every woman do not want to be saved. They can't be saved. A man cannot be saved. But the thing is, what we look at is why so many black women today are feeling left out, because they don't want to take accountability and they don't want to hold no other woman accountable for their actions, which will affect our whole neighborhood, right? It affects our whole neighborhood. I don't care. It'll put it away. It will affect anybody nearby. Let's continue.
Listen, I didn't know it was going to get this spicy on this show, man. I was don't even have a nice conversation, like, you know what I mean? It is nice for the most part. Hit that like button and subscribe if y'all not already subscribed. Let us know in the comments if y'all agree, disagree. Maybe we bugging. Like, maybe we don't know what the fuck we talking about. Let us know in the comments. Let me get to this next topic, right? Can women experience true happiness without romantic relationships with men? What's your thoughts? Can we start here with you?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Can women experience true happiness without being in a relationship with a man?
It depends. I don't know. It depends on the woman. I can only speak for myself. I'm spiritual, so I experience that happiness within God. God instills it in me. So that's my answer to that.
Okay. I'm gonna ask y'all that question. But guess what? If you in that community, yes, it's black woman stuff, but guess what? I haven't seen nobody hold each other accountable. Everybody gotta hold themselves accountable for their own action, but yet you still gotta hold somebody else. If you see them do wrong, you're not gonna let them go down the wrong path. You say them say the wrong thing, you're gonna hold them accountable. It's like if I see a police officer do the wrong thing and try to take somebody constitutional rights away from them, hey, guess what? I'm gonna say he's wrong. But majority of people ain't gonna say nothing. Oh, he must have did this, she must did this right here, assuming. But yeah, don't know what going on. But the thing is, you got to hold somebody accountable. Who's gonna hold the police officers accountable? Who's gonna hold the ones that do wrong accountable? That's why some people get away with so many stuff these days. That's why women get away with so many stuff. That's why I said some women get away with some stuff. That's why some black women get away with stuff. Because guess what? Nobody holding their feet to a fire. Some people are not holding them accountable. See, when you're not holding nobody accountable for their action, guess what? They're gonna keep doing it, and no repercussion behind it. When you don't have repercussion behind anything, guess what? How they go? What the repercussion gonna be? I'll wait. If a person keep doing, if we don't call them out on their BS, I'm talking about women, I'm talking about men. I don't care across the board. I know the title said black women, but guess what? I'm talking about everybody. Everybody. We do not call them out on their BS, or hold them accountable for their actions. How they affect us? How can we make change? How do we make change in the community? Yeah, everybody had their own opinion, but guess what? Everybody had their own opinion, right? Everybody have their own opinion. Whether it be right or wrong opinion, or it be the right or wrong advice you give a person. But if a person is wrong and you know they did wrong, why you gonna sit? Why people sit there and let that person be dead wrong and say some wrong stuff to be wrong, no matter what, and it don't affect us. Okay. Let's continue. Let's continue. Let's continue. You're right about that. Hold on. Shannon, that's just about everybody. You want to look at it, not just them. Oh, that's some black men, that's some white men, that's some white women, that's some Asian, so forth and so on. You can't not tell them people what to do with their life. And guess what? They're gonna have to suffer the consequences. But when you suffer the consequences, they're gonna come back. Why you ain't tell me? I tried to tell you, but you didn't want to listen. Goes in one ear out the other ear. So hey.
I completely agree. Always God first. But I do believe it's a personal thing. Like if you have your own type of hobbies and things that you enjoy, or things you like to do with friends that doesn't have to be a lover or anything of that nature, then I do believe that you can find happiness without being with a man specifically. I hope we're not speaking. Are we speaking like sensual, sexual, or anything, or are we just saying in general?
Romantic relationship.
A romantic. Okay. Yeah, I think that you can find friendships if it's in a male or a woman or platonic partners where it doesn't have to be a sexual thing, where they make you happy and they do the things that I guess you'll probably want the person that you're dating is doing. I do believe you can find happiness without actually being in a romantic relationship.
All right, so let me reword this question.
Yeah.
Do you think women are truly happy being single?
Yes. What do you want to answer?
Oh yeah, I like dating myself. So I've had time where I like dating myself and figuring myself out and trying to understand myself as I developed over years. You know, they say you kind of change every 7 years. So me trying to figure myself out.
Shut it. It is.
It is. Be a good person or advocate to dating anybody. I need to understand myself before I put myself on that type of platform personally.
Mm-hmm.
So I do believe that you can find happiness through dating yourself or just being single without having a partner.
Okay. What's your thoughts on this? I think you spoke about something like this, right?
Yeah, no, I do think women can be definitely happy without being in a relationship. My thought process is, and what I spoke on was, I don't believe that a woman who decides to say, I want to be by myself forever, I don't think that you're truly healed or happy. I think that is a lot of pain that you will decide to be by yourself forever. Like, I just don't think that naturally you want to, spend your last years by yourself. And a lot of women are like, I'm happy by myself. I'm like, but that's now, right? Like, again, we're talking about when time goes on and they really think that. So I think people take it out of like, they miss a key part, like forever. If you want to be by yourself forever, you need to do some work. You need to go heal yourself, because again, the whole point that it's not true is because you got a dog, you got companionship. So you're truly not happy by yourself. You need someone. We need companions. So that's the point that showed that we're really not built to be by ourselves. We have our friends, we have, our hobbies, we have things that are going to fulfill us. It's just, again, it goes back to like, what are you speaking from? Is this pain? Is this hurt? Is this trauma that I believe led you to, I'm going to do this by myself forever? I think that that's a broken mentality.
And you were shaking your head. You disagree?
No, I agree.
Oh, okay.
I was saying when she said forever, I was like, no, talk about not forever. I do not ever plan to be alone.
Got you.
Nobody plans to be alone.
Man. Can we get the fire extinguisher for her mic?
No, I had a woman.
I thought you were serious
I had a woman come on my live and say that she decided in high school she was going to be by herself forever. She was like 40. Like, that's whatever happened in high school.
That's because nobody wanted her ass.
But whatever happened in high school had to be really hard. That made you decide that from that day on, you want to be by yourself forever. Like, I you got some work to do. Like that must have been a really bad situation that you decided as a teenager that you wanted to be by yourself forever.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Ace. Okay. All right. This next topic I want to get to.
The next topic, here we go.
One thing you speak about on your platform is, women dressing modestly and stuff like that. Do you think there's a cultural shift with women not wanting to dress modestly and wanting to be more revealing? Like, what's your thoughts on that, real quick?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just the norm. I think that is what women like to see other women in my opinion. I think women hype each other up to dress more revealing, and even though
that's a good question. Do women just do some women do women in this modern age, do they pump each other heads up about what they wear? I just want to know.
We know, most of us know that men don't. Good men, a quality man does not want. You can find a man who's going to like it regardless, right? But I think when you start attracting certain men, they're not going to like that. And I think when we get into the modest talk and the conversation, it goes back to the let women do what they want to do, mind your business, why do you care? But I'm like, it's so much protection that I don't think we correlate what being dressing modest. And, again, going back to your point about wanting Black men to protect you, how can a man protect you when you put yourself at risk? And I think we kind of undermine that even just by how we're dressing. We go out in public. I have to know that when I go outside and I'm going to, wear certain things, if I put myself in a situation, I'm now putting my husband in a situation because of how I'm dressing. So I think we go back to like thinking about, because I know for us as women, we want to have the autonomy to do what we want, but I think we dismiss. I think as long as you understand why men objected, I think cool. Like, as long as you're aware that why men don't like it, but I think we get into the men are controlling, they're insecure. I personally don't believe, this is just me, I don't believe that a man who's with a woman, if he truly loves her and cares about her, that he will allow her to go outside with no clothes on. That's just me. I don't think he really is serious about her. That's just my opinion. Because I think any man who truly loves his woman in that way and wants to keep her sacred to him, he's not going to want to have her exposed to the world. But if he's like, I don't care, girl, do your thing. I just think that that's a viewpoint on depend upon. I just don't think that's a real man would want his woman to be that way.
Gotcha.
Okay. And guess what? This is just part one of this, and hopefully, next time I come live, I will be live tomorrow morning, about 8, 9, 10 o'clock, with my basketball, with the Warriors on basketball pre-show. The preview the conference games that we are now in conference play, which starts tomorrow, and probably already started. But I will say this right here. I'm gonna say this right here to all women, to all men. You can be yourself. You can love yourself, but you gotta look out for your neighbors. Although they might tell you to mind your business, they might tell you mind your business and that they don't care. But yeah, you gotta take a look at yourself. Especially if you got kids, you gotta take a look at your kids. What do you want your kids? What do you want your son or daughter see and do in this world? But as a parent, if as a woman and as a parent, you don't want nobody to hold you responsible for anything, hold your foot to the fire for accountability. So how you going to hold your children accountability for their action, what they do in the house? What you gonna do? Take your frustration out on them? Which won't be a good move. Because guess what? You try to, it's somebody hold you accountable for your action. You get mad at the person for holding you accountable for your action. You get mad at your child for holding them accountable for what they did, and they suffer the repercussion. And you mad at the person for holding your feet to the fire. I'm talking to the women. I'm talking to Black women. I'm talking about some of the Black women, some of the women, right? When you get your feet held to the fire, guess what? You're going to hold that child feet to the fire and go overboard. Oh, I didn't mean to do this. I didn't mean to do that. Here comes CPS right in. Hey, you going right to jail. This boy or girl got a broken arm, lashes marks all over. Because you mad at the person for holding your feet to the fire. But yet you won't get mad at your child because you try to hold your child accountable for that action for what they did wrong, but you don't want to hold yourself accountable for your action that you did wrong. I'm talking about the women now. Some women, not all of them. And sometimes that negative attention is not. See, positive attention is good, but when you get a negative attention and you with your significant other, that negative attention is not good. Because guess what? You put your significant other in a bad spot. Then you put your significant other in a spot where if a man tries to do something to you, he got to protect you. But not try to protect you, not knowing if that other guy, the group of guys got something on them to lay them down to rest with. But do anybody want to take that chance? I don't think so. But the bottom line is, why so many black women today are feeling left out? Because they don't want to take accountability for their own action. I'll put it this way. Something happened in their past, right? Okay, when they were growing up, when they were kids, had a dad around, dad did something to their mother, they seen it, or did something to them, or their uncle, whoever, something happened to them in school. It's dramatic to them. But yet, at the same time, you can't say all men, all black men, right? Like we can't say all women. All black women. We can't say all. All this is this devastating word. But what I can say is you cannot get mad for somebody holding you accountable for your actions and say, hey, that what you said is affecting me, but not only me, it affected the community that I live in. Right? When it affects the community that you live in, guess what? If you don't feel bad about it, you don't feel bad about what you say, so be it. It is what it is. I'm getting ready to get out of here. Thanks to everybody that came in and supported. Thank you for everybody that gonna watch the replay. You're right. You're right about that. You're right about that. You sure right about that, Shannon. But yet, as a man, as a melanated man, I love my sisters. I love females. I'll tell you why. Because I got my mom, got my sister, my niece, and got aunts, got cousins that female. I love them. But I'm gonna tell you another reason. There is some good men out there. There's some good females out there too. But because everybody is not out, I'm telling you this right here. Everybody is not out for your best interest at heart. But we pass over the ones that are for the ones that are not. Until we open up our eye to see, we always will be blinded to love, real love. We will always be, we will always not see our self-worth. We will always not love and respect ourselves. There are some people that will always not put themselves first. They will never put themselves first until they start putting themselves first, giving themselves that self-love and start to respect themselves. They will always be in some BS because they don't see it before it starts. I'm your host, D Truth. This has been Open Mic Night. Why is so many? I want you to think about this question. I want you to think about this question. We lead show where you watch. Why are so many black women today are feeling left out? Think about that question. Think about that question. Why are they so left out? That's a good question. Why are they left out? There's plenty of reason. Like I said, love and respect yourself. Because when you love and respect yourself, you see through all the BS. Self-love is the best love. Because who could love you better than you love yourself? Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you. Because everybody can play the victim. I'm about to go. You just said something right there, Shannon. You just said something right here. They can't see this idea of being a victim of their own stuff, right? There's a whole lot of people in this world that plays victim and don't want to be a victim. But guess what? Why are you the victim? Why are you the victim? That is the question you got to ask yourself. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you. I'm gonna tell you this right here. The bottom line to it is we gotta hold ourselves accountable. We gotta hold each other accountable. I'm gonna tell you why we gotta hold each other accountable. I'm gonna tell you why we gotta hold each other accountable, right? I'm telling you why we gotta hold each other accountable. Because we don't hold each other accountable for our action. We don't hold each other accountable for our action. Because if we don't, it's not going to just affect our health, our mental state. It's not just going to affect that. You know what that's going to affect? It's going to affect not only just our own family. It's not just going to affect ourselves. It's not just going to affect me. It's not just going to affect my family. It's not just going to affect my neighbors. It's going to affect my whole community. It's going to affect my whole community. It's going to affect my whole community, right? So it's going to affect the whole community that we live in. Then after affect the whole community, it's going to affect the whole city that we live in. After that, it's going to keep going. Hey, like I said, love and respect yourself because we love and respect yourself. We see through all the BS. Self-love is the best love. Because who can love you better than you love yourself? Peace. And I'm out.